we could pay attention to the person, since you specifically bring a lot of people to our server, and it would be nice to have special attention to these people that you bring daily to our server. So just in case you don't have the bandwidth to support them. Thank you. So shall we move to the outreach?
Oh, I thought we'd just maybe share an update on the Hatcher outreach for the vote that's happening, that's closing on Friday. And I think that there was an outstanding question about whether we should continue, and maybe we just can chat about that. So the Hatcher outreach that happened over the weekend is mainly Eduardo, Craig, Nate, Lauren, myself, Wonka, who reached out to all of the Hatchers who were we didn't have the Discord handle for. So they're not tagged Hatchers on our Discord server. Eduardo sent a message to the @Hatcher tag, so everyone who is a Hatcher on our Discord server would have gotten that message. And then everyone who isn't on our Discord server, or whose Discord handle we don't know, we haven't matched to their name, we sent telegrams to, direct messages. I guess the thing we do want to do next is go through the list and see who we should reach out to, who might not be active on our Discord server because they're so active on their own Discord server. So we're probably going to want to do that, today, tomorrow, and like super soon. What do you think, Eduardo?
Yeah. So basically, for everyone who is interested in this process, the Hatchers are people who basically co-invest on the launch of the TEC, and they are around 73 people, if I'm not wrong. 72, I missed one. 72 people. They are key stakeholders of our organization, so we deliver special messages to them every time there is something relevant for the TEC. So we have been doing this process initially with him, and we are doing this outreach, which is basically letting them know that we are going through the launch, we are going through the votations and the vote. Sorry, I keep saying votation. We are going through the vote, and that the vote is important because they are stakeholders, so they need to vote. And that's the process we are doing right now. And as Ham mentioned, we have outreach everyone who has Telegram, but we don't have their Discord, or they are not part of our Discord server. So basically, that's the kind of filter. I will say that from the days that we have, we focused on the top people, the top Hatchers that we sort of identify are key, or that are more eager, they will have more time probably, and send personal invitations to the next debate and the voting via Discord. That's what I would suggest to do. And then, then finish the rest. I think it's doable. We only have around 100 people left. We probably have 143 people left to outreach with. So we have, hello, Dugueras, welcome. And we have half of our work is done. So I think we could manage today or tomorrow to finish the personal outreach via DMs to the Discord people. You agree, Tam?
Yeah, I definitely do. I know I can't do it tonight, but I could definitely have some time tomorrow morning.
Sure, that sounds good. And I think, is there something else you would like to comment on this before, because it's linked to the next topic?
No, I don't think so. Maybe we can keep going then.
I have something. I think there's an overlap here with comms and Communitas in terms of reaching out to people. I think HubSpot provides a lot of the tools to do this. So if I could, get the emailing list, I don't know how to access those permissions. I see Durga's, very pumped because of that. Tam too. So I'm glad I hit a good nerve there. But yeah, I want to incorporate some of the lists that you have so that, right now I'm like, okay, HubSpot for a pamphlet, but I feel like a lot of the resources that HubSpot enables are going to be used for communities as well. So I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, we can move on that later.
So there are two processes. One is getting things to go out, but the primary thing that we have to do right now is getting good information in there to find a list to import either from Common Stack or from other thing. So, and then also then to convert the many different kinds of ways in which we sample information from people, like type forms and forms on various websites and so on, into being HubSpot forms, so that will all happen concurrently. And then we also need to get some code on the website that will make that stuff harvestable as an alternative. So that's the place where we are right now.
Right. I want to just quickly welcome Rachel 13 to our call. We are going through our outreach structure and strategy, because we are doing a heavy process at the moment of voting our parameters. So welcome to the call, and I will pass it on to Tam.
Yeah, I just want to jump in on that. I don't know, HubSpot has been our Achilles heel for as long as I can remember. So the list that we're using doesn't have any emails. It's only Discord handles and Telegram handles. But more importantly, I absolutely agree with you and think that that is the right solution and should be our single source of information to store all of this instead of our spreadsheets and stuff. And everything that Durgadas has been saying about using type forms and consolidating, again, couldn't agree more. But I think that in order for us to get, if I'm not mistaken, we have had the emails, like we've asked people to opt in from the Trusted Seed emails. So the Trusted Seed that has been sent emails to see if they want to opt into the TEC as a Hatcher list. I believe that process has already happened. And I think Nate can confirm that we have emails in HubSpot. I don't know, Manu, if you've had a chance to look at it yet. Or Durgadas, if you guys can say whether that's true or not, that we already have a list of Hatchers' emails addresses in our HubSpot. Is that accurate, true or false?
Hatchers specifically,
Yeah.
I would say that's false. What we do have is, I think, an email list, and this is just because I was told this during a meeting. I've given something like 6 or 7 HubSpot introductions in the last year. So like it just gone from Christopher to like Nate to Huey to so everyone agrees that we need to do something about it, and I've heard various things at various times, but what I understand is that we have basically an email list spreadsheet that we could probably import from Common Stack, and then but to figure out who TEC people are and then Trusted Seed and that relationship is a different thing entirely. And I would want to know all 3 of those things in terms of HubSpot. And there's a way to do that inside of that, but we just don't have good information in HubSpot right now. So
I think there is a potential thing with Dan, who runs the Trusted Seed. I don't know, Tam, if he still is the guy who is the source of truth for the Trusted Seed, but he is the guy who pulled out our Hatcher list, and I think he will have the email list, and he could provide it to you, guys, if that's the case. But overall, I don't think HubSpot will be ready for sending messages for this outreach for this week. So this is a conversation to have probably next Monday or so. I do think, luckily, Manu, I don't think we overlap so far, because since, as Tam mentioned, we don't have emails. So if you do emails, it's perfect, because we don't send the same message, because we don't send emails. We just send Discord and Telegram. So in that sense, it's good. So I think we are good, even though we didn't coordinate it consciously. I think we are coordinated unconsciously. So that's beautiful to watch. Yes, Tam?
Yeah, just 2 things. Well, we talked with comms in the beginning. Like, we know that the Communitas group is doing personal one-on-one DMs to each person individually, and then comms is doing blasts on Twitter and other platforms, right? So yeah, that's just the difference in the scope of work between Communitas and comms. Communitas is more hand-holding, like, hey, you, Joseph, have you voted? Is there anything I can get for you? Is there any information you need? Is there anything? So it's a different kind of service, really, or relationship. And then can I just maybe recommend we throw a issue in ZenHub just to build a project around HubSpot and then build a mini project to get it off the ground. I think that there's a lot of pieces of information, but we could consolidate them in a place that's transparent to everyone to see. And then we'd be able to maybe get some more traction there. I think everyone wants to. Yeah. I'll pass back to you.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Durgadas.
Oh, I was just going to say that I was hoping that with the rise of comms, one of the first actions that I'd hoped comms would do would sort of consolidate all communication platforms into a vertical. So regardless of whether that's inbound or outbound or whatever, then we would sort of build the stack of those things. And I've talked about the ways to integrate Discord, which is not easy with HubSpot, but there are ways to get around that and do it. And we've had conversations like that before. I know this isn't the place for that, but I will say that, yeah, we do need some unifying umbrella. I'd hoped that comms would be that unifying umbrella, but for some reason it hasn't been yet. So.
All right. Welcome, YGG. It's so nice to see you here. I haven't never seen you in a community as a whole. Would you like to introduce yourself to everyone?
Hey everybody. Yeah, I'm very objective oriented. Today I'm here for a reason. Happy to introduce myself. Thanks, Edu. A good point, Durgadas, also. That sounds pretty powerful, having HubSpot and Discord integrated. Hey everyone, yeah, YGG here, steward of the labs. Love running the tech labs and getting involved in token engineering projects across the space, and always shilling the TEC. I think this is one of the most alive DAOs, for sure, in the entire world, if not the most. Yeah, it's awesome to be here. I have something that I want to bring. I've been working with Prime DAO on the development of something called the proposal inverter. And what that is it's a typical, every DAO funds proposals. That's kind of the standard way of having a treasury and then having governance over that treasury, and people propose on ways to spend the funds, and then everyone votes on the proposals, and the funds get spent. What that means is DAOs are very siloed. Every DAO is kind of voting on its own spending. So what the proposal inverter does is it's a way of, instead of having many proposals on a single DAO, we can have many DAOs on a single proposal. So you could make one proposal, and then it could be tapped into many treasuries across many DAOs. And so if there's something that would benefit the whole ecosystem, a public good, a Web3 public good, and maybe TBC wants to fund it, and Prime DAO wants to fund it, and OneHive wants to fund it, instead of going and making 3 different proposals, we'd make one proposal, put it on a proposal inverter, and that proposal inverter would then get connected to have a vote on each DAO respectively. So a little bit of background information on what we've been. This was kicked off in the TEC labs, and we've been developing this in collaboration with Prime DAO. I just had a meeting with Prime DAO today. They want to kick off a whole fleet of collaborative development projects and kind of like joint venture ideas with the TEC. And they especially focused around the proposal inverter, because it's already been a really beautiful joint effort. The proposal inverter development has bounced around. It kind of started with block science, hopped into the TEC, and then Prime DAO picked it up. So it's a really nice case for that. Okay, so all to say, it's moving into the future phases of development, and Prime DAO is looking to expand the community development, and community outreach, and community building aspect of these joint development efforts. So starting with the proposal inverter, we want to really start a community around the proposal inverter, people who are excited about using it, excited about writing about it, talking about it, sharing it, and sort of joining some of the work sessions and spreading the awareness of this collaborative development effort. So I literally just hopped off the call, and I told them, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hop into the Communitas working group call this week. I don't know when it is, but I'll keep an eye out for it. And then I looked and I realized, oh, it's right now. So I just hopped in here. So I just want to broadcast, make that announcement, and welcome anyone here who would be interested in getting involved, or perhaps being like, maybe we want a point person, someone in the TEC who is kind of specifically building bridges with Prime DAO, and maybe goes and jumps into the Prime DAO community and starts looking at how to start building bridges between these two communities and facilitating sort of collaborative community growth. I see a hand. Mount Manu is on it.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, mostly on behalf of
Like-
Gravity and Omega.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Mount Manu.
Yeah, I'm thinking I was gonna raise my hand. I think I don't have bandwidth for this, but I'm thinking Mert that has been very involved in Omega. He's already primed out. He's looking to get more involved in TC. I think it's a good compatibility. I'll ask him. I'm pretty sure he has bandwidth because he wants to get more tasks on his plate. So I think Mert would be a good candidate for exactly what you're saying because he's already very familiar with primed out. He has been very involved in the TC. He actually spearheaded the Concilian siren, which is amazing for a newcomer. A Notion website, the whole thing. So I think he's got the credentials to facilitate what you're trying to
Manu
say.
and I have already worked with him, so we have some
Yeah,
collaboration in that way too. So.
Yeah, we can guide him if there's an issue.
He hopped into the last proposal inverter development workshop, so I met him there. He seems like a great guy, and so cool. That's awesome. Maybe you want to send him a message, and I will too. So he'll get
I will.
Yeah.
I'll tell him to reach out to you. I'll say that I just basically appointed him or like just pushed him into the loop, and I'm pretty sure he'll be up to it. But I'll send him a message, tell me to contact you, and you guys can set it up.
Look at you, Manu, being a guy on the spot.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for the time, Edu, to give me the flow there for a bit. I think what I'll do also, I'll throw an invite to the PrimeDAO server in the Communitas channel. So if anyone wants to just passively start checking it out, you can do that too.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, sorry, just to brief. If you can resend or re-explain briefly what is your intention on that next invitation, so all the people who are part of the working group can see it. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I just want to add as well. So first of all, I think Mert is a great recommendation. He's also been working with Shebnem closely in the TC Omega working group, and has started to join the Scrum events and the stewards calls to represent Omega in terms of being the working group coordination lead for Omega as well. Yeah, so he's really starting to make roads everywhere. And then the other thing I want to say is for everyone on the call, the DAO to DAO Invertal Proposer is probably one of the most exciting projects that's happening in Web3 right now. So I've been keeping a close eye on it. I'm excited by all the developments to see it, and I think it's going to be ground changing for this just being able to apply once and get proposals from the entire ecosystem instead of repeatedly proposing again and again and again. So I'm super excited. I think anyone who can get involved should hop into PrimeDAO as well and be the link between TEC and PrimeDAO.
If you need any further conversation regarding community building, we can have a one-on-one. We can sync on this, or it's a work in progress.
Oh, epic! Then because the sort of highest level project managers for this are Alp and Atta over at PrimeDAO, so you guys might want to have a conversation. So
let's share contact. Reach me out whenever you want, and we can do that. Can make that happen.
Okay. Wow, so much support.
We are a group of support. That's what we do. So I wanna we're at the top of the hour. We missed two things. MS, sorry. If you have any update MS, you can put it on the agenda or share it on the text channel of the server. And I had this question of how are you for everyone to just say how are you. But we are getting short of time, so that will be the very first question for the next call. So be ready to answer it. Thank you so much for everyone who joined. This is one of the calls that we have the most people. It's amazing to see new people jumping in. Thank you so much for your time and your commitment to this. We are really excited, and hopefully we are in a very interesting times for the DEC, and we are so happy to have you being part of that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for joining this call, and have a lovely Monday.
So if anyone else can stay and wants to chat about Calendly's solution, maybe just 5 minutes. And anyone who needs to jump off, please just jump off. I think that the way we are doing it is having each individual person have their own personal Calendly. But I was wondering, does it make more sense for us to have TEC Guide? be a Gmail account and have that calendar that we all add to our individual calendars. And then what we do with that calendar is we put the time slots. So, Guy, Tamara, 11 to 12 Monday, so that anyone could book a time and we can all see who's supposed to be on the. I'm trying to just make it so that we can use one single Calendly address over and over and over again as guides come and go. And we don't have to keep changing. Oh, here's the new Calendly for the new guide. Do you see what I'm saying?
Makes sense. We would just need access to the Gmail of the DEC. Or we create a guidetc@gmail.com.
That's right.
Yeah, I can do that.
And then everyone puts their slots on there with their name on it. And that way, anyone. Okay, thanks, David. You're so enthusiastic about this. Awesome. I'll dance too. Okay, cool. I just wanted to. I was thinking about it when I saw the thing, and I thought, oh, maybe we could do this so that we can keep using that one URL over and never have to change it. Okay, you want to take that on, Edu?
Yes, I already added it to the agenda, so I can do that today.
Okay, thanks. All right. Bye, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, Eduardo. It was great call.
Thank you. Take care.
Thanks, folks.